So, my roommate Matt is one of those people who claims to thrive in organized chaos, which basically means he lives like a raccoon with access to high-end storage bins. Last month, after a heated debate over whether cereal belongs in the fridge, he decided our pantry needed a system. I came home one day to find Matt surrounded by spice jars, pasta boxes, and a whiteboard that said Operation Pantry Perfection. He explained he was going to alphabetize everything, which sounded reasonable enough, so I left him to his mission. The next morning, I went to make breakfast and couldn't find the oatmeal. Instead, I found it under Jeepur grains, sandwiched between Gatorade and garlic powder. Okay, not strictly alphabetically by name, but at least it wasn't in the freezer. But then things got weirder. I found the quinoa in the fridge, the ketchup in the bathroom cabinet, and the black beans sitting on top of the washing machine. When I asked Matt what was going on, he looked at me like I was the weird one and said, "I'm organizing everything by shelf life, obviously." Confused, I tried to clarify. "You mean by expiration date?" Matt shook his head. "No, by shelf life. You know, how long it can survive on a shelf." He had this elaborate chart with categories like perishable, semi-perishable, and practically immortal. Apparently, the quinoa was in the fridge because, in his words, it looked tired, and the ketchup was in the bathroom because nobody would think to look for it there, so it's safer. I started to realize this wasn't about organization, this was a full-blown social experiment. By the end of the week, our kitchen looked like a scavenger hunt designed by a particularly cunning raccoon. The only thing I could reliably find was Matt, who was sitting triumphantly on the counter eating crackers he'd labeled endangered species. When I finally asked him how I was supposed to find anything, he grinned and said, "Easy, just check the endangered shelf. Survival of the fittest, right?"